Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Shades and in a brand new video today. It's exciting. Premier League is back and Chelsea is back today. This will be a restart of the Premier League already, and Chelsea's up there right now today playing Aston Villa. Exciting to be back over here and exciting to make this video, so please watch till the end. So here we go. It's a huge moment in the Premier League to restart the Premier League at this situation. And when we see some of our rivals already dropping points and all the matches has already been played, like Man United dropping points with Spurs. We also see the Arsenal losing both their matches, which is crazy to see that kind of thing happening. We're not expected to lose against Brighton, but they did. We've seen Wolves getting 3 points. We see Leicester dropping points. Wolves is just 2 points behind us, and so it will be interesting for us to take the initiative and get the win against Aston Villa, number 19 in the Premier League. So we need to go out there and win this match at Villa Park. So we're going to talk about today of what the possible team news Frank is thinking. Who are the 11 players going to start the match? We have already know there are going to be 5 substitutions, so we have a lot of options to change the formation if required and see which is the best possible team which going to play today to get the 3 points. Now, one thing to remember at this beginning, I'll just let you know that we have a number of matches going to be playing in the next 3-4 weeks. We're going to play one match every 3 to 4 days. Keeping that in mind, we'll know that there are a lot of matches coming. We have Man City in the midweek on Thursday night. Then we got Leicester next Sunday in the FA Cup. And then we got a host of matches coming of West Ham and a few other matches. So we know for the next 3-4 weeks, we're going to have a lot of matches, one match every 3 days or like that. So it's not just a bunch of 11 players plus 5 who are going to play every match. We need to have a good squad. We hope that there will be no injuries so we can play the same. We don't have to play the same team, because it's not so easy to get this, get the best performance if the same players are playing every match, especially if they're playing every 3 days. So we need to look at getting the best out of the squad that we have. We have lots of good quality players. Many of them have come back from injury. Good to see players like Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, they're back out of injuries. Hudson-Odoi is still injured though a little bit. Hopefully he will be playing against Leicester come next Sunday in the FA Cup. Tomori is injured for about 10 days, so he might also be one of those players might be playing against Leicester next Sunday. But these guys will not be available for today's match against Villa. But this is important for us to keep in mind that we have to play almost everyone in the squad, and the squad is important for us. Willian and Pedro will be with us till the 30th. Don't know if it's going to happen more than that, how it's going to take place on that. But I see those 2 guys will also have to feature somewhere. So there will be some changes. There will be some, there has been a lot of talk of who possibly will be the starting lineup. So here we go. I'm going to give you my take who possibly Frank is going to start the match against Villa. It's an important match to win. So we all agree on one fact, that Kepa will be on the goal. There's not going to be much changes unless Kepa makes mistakes again. So Kepa will be on defense. Rudiger is going to start. Pretty much he's going to start. Who will be his partner? Interesting question to that. We know Tomori is out for this match. Christensen, not sure, but for my take, I'll go with Zuma. Zuma is most possibly going to start this. Keeping in mind 3 days time, we have Man City. So there will be some changes. Obviously, we'll have to play the squad. So that will be important. Now comes to the 2 right backs and the left back situation. Again, these, as you have seen the thumbnail and seen there is a question mark on the players. We have certain positions in the Chelsea lineup at this moment which we are not totally sure who's going to play. Frank might have better ideas at this moment, but we for sure, I can tell you there are some positions you need to rotate the squad to get the best out of them. I believe that at this moment Azpilicueta is going to start. I'm not totally sure about Reece James at this moment, especially I heard that he might be injured. But even if he's there, I don't think he's fully fit. So I hear that Reece might start. But there is a very good chance for me as he's Azpilicueta will start this on the right, and the left it will be Emerson. Now I see a lot of people don't really rate Emerson, and though he had a good start at the beginning of this season, this is the re-beginning of the season. So It'll be interesting to see how it goes. For me, I have seen Emerson play almost all the 3 matches before this restart of the Premier League. So quite naturally for me, I believe that uh, Emerson will be up there playing. I've seen a lot of pictures of Emerson playing more than I've seen Alonso playing. So it makes a lot of sense that we'll get to see Emerson start this match at least. So for me, I believe Emerson is going to start at the left at this match. And again, as I said, we're going to play one match every 3 days, 4 days. We have Man City next. So you might see a different team altogether. You might see Alonso in the next match. You might see Reece James in the right and Aspilicueta on the left next match. It can happen anytime. It can happen this match, and against Man City, you might see Emerson playing. So, but for me, I think in this match, Emerson is going to start. For me, it's pretty much settled in that case. Let's see what Frank does. But now comes from the midfield, and again, Jorginho is suspended for this match, but he will be available for the next match against Man City. So one thing is a little. That's not easy to when you have so many world-class players in the team, especially in the midfield that Chelsea has that. You know, we got Jorginho, we got Kovacic, we got Kante. It's not so easy to choose who's going to play. We have always believed that for Chelsea, Kovacic and Jorginho combination has worked pretty fine. But then when you have Kante in a team, you cannot tell him to just go ahead and sit on the subs bench. It doesn't make sense. So that's the reason also why a lot of talk has happened with Kante, possible transfer to Real Madrid or even to Barca. But at this moment with Jorginho not playing, we'll see Kovacic and Kante starting pretty much, that's for sure. Now, it'll be interesting to see who is the third player. There's a lot of talk of Billy Gilmour, the question mark in the thumbnail. So yes, Billy Gilmour, and it could be a possibility in Gilmour, but again, I feel the way Loftus-Cheek has started this pre-season to this, the restart, I see Loftus-Cheek is going to start this match. From my point of view, I think it's like we're going to take one match at a time. We're going to win this match to make an impact against Man City. If we can get a good win against Aston Villa, who are number 19, and it's not going to be easy because that relegation dogfight, and in this time of the season, every team tries to win something, especially the teams at the lower end of the league. They try to get the points so that they don't get relegated. So it's not going to be easy for us to go to Villa Park and get the win, but you possibly have to play your best team. And when I see Loftus-Cheek has been a very good form, and I'm not saying that Gilmour is not, I for one believe that after a very bad injury, I think Frank is going to start with him. So for my choice, I think is Loftus-Cheek is going to start with Kante and Kovacic in the midfield. Now this comes a big experience. Now what will happen to Mason Mount? Now Mason Mount is always known to be one of Frank's favorite football players. So where does he start? Now there's a lot of question. We have seen Mason Mount starting ahead of Pulisic in the wings, and he's been criticized. Frank has been criticized for that situation. But we know Pulisic is fit, so it will be quite an interesting. Pulisic doesn't play this match, and again, as I keep on saying this, we are playing one match every 3-4 days for the next 3-4 weeks. The squad will be playing. So it could happen the Mount will be in the subs bench. I think Pulisic will start along with Willian in the wings. I mean, as and when Hudson-Odoi is fit, we might see Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi start. But we have seen Mount also starting, and Pulisic is not starting at times. So it will be interesting to see what happens here. I, for one, will go with Pulisic and Willian on the other side. It might also happen that Pulisic on the right wing and Mount on the left. It can happen. Again, all depends on how much Frank wants to utilize Willian and Pedro, keeping in mind that those two guys will be with us for the next 10 days only. They might extend, but at this moment, there's no question of that as yet. So those two guys, I, for one, go with Pulisic and Willian. Then the striker, for me, it's simple. They will go with Tammy Abraham at this moment. Tammy loves this kind of teams to play in, these mid-level teams, and he teams to get the best out of that. Also, fact that Timo Werner has already joined Chelsea. I mean, he's going to play from next season. That gives Tammy that extra thing to do to prove it to Frank that he's still the number one guy in the strike force for Chelsea. So keeping that in mind, Tammy would like to go out there and maybe just to show that he is still the big player. He might go in there and score a couple of goals. You never know. He will have to show that intent. And this is just the kind of team that I've seen Tammy tends to play better and might score goals. So we like to see how it goes. I'm pretty sure Tammy is going to start, not Giroud. Giroud might start at the Man City, but it all depends on how Tammy plays today. If Tammy scores a couple of goals, obviously would mean that he's going to start against Man City. Against top teams, Tammy's form has still not been that good. But against teams like Aston Villa, and no disrespect to Villa, but the mid-level teams, that is where Tammy gets a lot of his goals, against this kind of teams. So we're very much sure that Tammy is going to start this match. So pretty much settled what the team is going to be. Aspi, Rudiger, Zuma, Emerson, Aspilicueta, and Kepa, in the goal. Then Kovacic, Kante, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Willian, and Tammy Abraham with Mount, Gilmour. They will be featuring somewhere in the team. Giroud, they will come in as subs in the team. But this is how I think will be the formation of the 11, the starting lineup. Now, what is the possible? I never give out the possible score line. Chelsea will have to win this match. If we cannot win a match like this, though it's not so easy going to Villa Park, as I said, playing against a relegation dogfight team. But if we don't win this kind of match, our next match is against Man City, which will be even tougher for us, though at home though. So we'll talk about it later on, the Man City thing. But we had to get these points. Leicester has dropped points. We win 3 points right now. We'll be just 2 points behind Leicester. We'll also have a 5-point gap against the teams which are behind us. Like Man United has got like 46 points, we have 48. We win this match, we go to 51. Also, Wolves won their match, so they are also up to 46 points. Sheffield is at 44 points. We need to keep that gap, and if we win this match, we get that gap going. Keep a 5-point gap against Man United, which just makes it a little easier, not that easier, but still a little easier for us. So we will have to go ahead and think of winning this match at all costs. No matter how it goes, we have to get that win today, no matter what. So I'm not going for a scoreline, hopefully maybe a 1-0 or even a 2-1, because we tend to score goals. We need to get that win done. You guys let me know at the end, as I keep on saying, in the comment section. As always, let me know what do you guys think will be the scoreline, what do you guys think will be the actual lineup, what do you guys think Frank's formation will be, something that I miss. Keep it coming, guys. I like hearing from you guys, so keep it coming. I hope for a big win today. I hope, as the Premier League is back, we need to be finished in the top 4. Big importance for us to finish it. So hoping for a big win for Chelsea today. I sign off today right now. So, hope for a big win. Let's win it. Bye-bye.